I think it's time now for us to look at some of the early alternatives for black. For instance, instead of bishop c5, originally some players have tried just to win a pawn. That pretty much breaks every rule in the opening understanding of, I think, how chess is supposed to be played. You just bring out your queen, run after pawns, and not really help your development. So it should be no surprise that white has relatively no problems here. So to justify queen h4, black had to play bishop b4. And already the simplest solution is, I think, just to play bishop e2. Because after knight db5, he can sort of play knight f6, where knight into c7 leads to some, really weird complications in the knight e4. Perhaps it's still possible to play bishop e2. I think probably quite decent for white as well. But I think the simplest is to play bishop e2 right here, because we shouldn't really worry about giving a pawn, of course. This was one of the nice games was something like knight f6, in which black tried to improve the way he takes the pawn, and now, for example, b3 knight e4 might be a better version. But Karyakin came up with a nice and very young Karyakin from 2002 came up with a nice intermediate move here. And after this, bishop d3, queen g4, f3, and next move bc3. White just had a very strong initiative, and there wasn't much black could do. So he's supposed to, I guess, take the pawn right away. And now we can play knight db5. Already queen e4 is unpleasant commitment, right in the middle of the board, and puzzle is a threat. Well, after this and this, we don't even need to take with the knight. The temporary spoiling of my structure shouldn't matter to me at all. Well, it's really, there's no good way to defend this guy here. The only way actually is to sort of give this. Well, that would be not a nice move, just to return the pharaoh. But simply castle, white has an ideal position. This bishop is too good here, while more or less in the future it can come out. And always there'll be some pressure against the black king. So I think white is simply better, and for instance, these moves were played in one of the games here. And white decided not to just, continue development with ideas, simply something like c4 and c5 can come here. And eventually Westcott won quite easily with white. So I think queen h4 is really not the move we should be worried about with white at all.